Jinja Secondary School is taking on Mount Renzori. Just an update from that ground. Mount Renzori won the toss and elected to bowl first. Jinja SS is 6 for no loss after 1 over. In the other matches, Masaka Secondary School is taking on Nyakasura School. Masaka Secondary School won the toss and elected to bat first. Score is 14 for 1 after 3.5 overs. The other match is happening between Olila High School and they are taking on St. John's Secondary School. St. John's Secondary School won the toss and elected to bowl first. Score is 13 for 1. Olila High School and St. John's Secondary School, two schools that know each other quite well. Secondary School had two players in the under-19 team, Irene Mutonyi and Naboli Meglingish. Whereas Olila High School had players like Akurut Asmin, Nandra Immaculate, Marisa Ariokot, and Lona Anyait. When Uganda went for the under-19 World Cup qualifiers last year. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the bill of a delay. The officials just trying to make sure that they fix out something. But this beautiful tournament of cricket running for 7 days, sponsored by Skyview. It is the UCA Girls Schools Cricket Week Tournament. Gulu City hosting the tournament for the very first time. When you look at the table standings, Ginger Secondary School is topping Group A with 9 points from 3 games where they have played 3 games and won 2, with 1 game being washed out. Igang Secondary School have 8 points from 3 games. They have played 2 games. They have played 3 games, won 2 and lost 1. Late SS have played 2 games, won 1 and they have 1 draw. The third position with 5 points. All contenders in that one. Masaka SS have played 2 games, won one, and one game was abandoned. Their game that was happening between them and Ginger Secondary School yesterday, and they have 5 points from 2 games in position number 4. Sitting at the bottom of that table is St. James SS, who have played 3 games and they are yet to pick up a victory. In Group B, Olira High School is on top of the table. They have played 3 games, won all their 3 games, and they have 12 points. Sacred Heart Secondary School in second position. They played 2 games, won both games, and they have 8 points. St. John Secondary School have played 2 games, won both games, and they have 8 points. Sitting at the bottom of that table is Goodheart Secondary School, who have not yet won any game out of the 2 games that they have played. But Akrut Asmin is the leading run scorer with 97 runs in the tournament, followed by Olida High School's Marisa Ariokot with 89 runs. It's been Akrut and Marisa Ariokot both coming from the same school and topping the standings. Lokuya Michelle, 67 runs, third. Lokuya Michelle is from St. John Secondary School. The bowling stats: Chomgisha Priska has 9 wickets, followed by Anyait Lona 6, who is tied with Casemire Aaron, who also has 6 points. It's the annual Girls Schools Cricket Tournament, ladies and gentlemen. We've already seen 2,988 runs being scored in this tournament. A total of 329 players have participated already. 57 maidens, 87 catches, 273 fours. Good stats there. The umpires just sorting out something to do with the player nomination, and we are back for the second of the game. Remember, about 3 runs came off the first over. Second over here starts it with a full toss. That is a hit over square leg. Does it have enough legs? They're running very quickly, and they need to pick up that double. Good running between the wickets there. Masindi starting to get some runs.
Nze kalindeko okukyusa amalobo okubolinga
Very fun thing about the qualifier in Northern, I think it's one of the hardest qualifiers. The qualifier in the Northern region, you start with from your district. Schools in Masindi first play each other. The dugout for Masindi Secondary School, very loud, trying to give some backup to the batters who are in there. It's it down to the ground, taps it just a point, and they run very quickly and they get that single. I love the awareness that these girls of Masindi Secondary School are having. They know when to run. Good work there being done. Of course, Jeff, as I was telling you, the qualifier in the Northern region starts from your district. Schools from Masindi must play each other, and at the same time, the schools from Lira are playing each other. Then the schools from Gulu are also playing each other. Then later on, the schools come to Gulu that are qualified from the various districts to come and play in yet another qualifier. So it's really an interesting qualifier to know about. Not an easy one to overcome. This time around, she goes to flip it. There is a muted appeal there of leg by, sorry, of LBW, but the umpire very solid with half pole, not out, and that marks the end of the second over. It's one of the hard qualifiers, but eventually the best of the best comes out. A bit of a flipper there, but that's not hit away. Goodheart motivated to get the first victory, but Masindi SS also looking to make it two in a row, having beaten Mount St. Henry's High School yesterday. Bit of a bouncing ball there from the wicket. Of course, the wicket will be a bit slow. And when you look at the other side, that is hit nicely, Jeff. She's running very quickly. As that one goes down to deep point, they manage to pick up that double. Good luck from this opening partnership for Masindi Secondary School. But as I was telling you, Jeff, following yesterday's heavy rainfall, the slow out will be very, very evident in these morning hours. The way we know Kulu for its speed, I believe in about 2 hours, the speed will be so good to start playing well. And the funny thing is, as it was raining here yesterday in other places, obviously it wasn't raining. Funny scenes, but it's happening with weather. But the teams that will be enjoying this surface maybe will be the team that will be playing in the afternoon, because this morning the sun has come out uh, so slowly. It hasn't come out the way it has been coming. But maybe the wicket will be playing later on.
Steve, ni bukukyusa
Yeah, first wicket there for Goodheart Secondary School. They are not a side that will celebrate the wicket a lot. They have those muted celebrations. And when you see some even of the field, some of the fielders are remaining in their position. But eventually they managed to pick one. Good start there from them. It's the girls' schools cricket week tournament happening in this beautiful city of Gulu. Gulu High being the hosts of this particular edition. No shot offered there, but the umpire says that was going down the leg. Coach Evan Usinje needs to be looking at working on that. Every time you don't offer any shot, you put yourself in sorts of trouble. But in the end, the third over has come to an end. Goodheart Secondary School wearing those pink tops and black bottoms. Masindi, light blue tops and white bottoms. Girls Schools Cricket Week tournament happening here in Gulu City. She slugs that one away just through the mid-wicket region, but a slow outfield on that side, Jeff, and that will not get enough legs to run away. But confirmation of a boundary there from the umpire. Looked like it was going to stop, but in the end, Masindi manages to pick up that boundary.
Batters showing intent to score runs, not be bogged down by the bowler. Very sharp, they take the singles, full balls are funny. Good stuff there from batters from SS. Taking the score to 19 for 1 wicket, 3.1 overs.
The two batters just taking their time. Chosava Macklin and Akugiziwe Charlotte in there from Masindi Secondary School. Individually, the Immaculate currently bowling there for Goodheart Secondary School. Projected score 120 as the current run rate is 6 every over. Not a very bad position there for Masindi Secondary School. Smooth actions in this tournament. That one is whacked down backwards. Shot fine. Goes down to pick it up. That's a bit of an overthrow there as the backup was not very effective. And the Masindi Secondary School manages to scamper through very quickly for a double.
Very good people. What you see impressed by what these batters are doing out there. But Ivan, last time we talked about Goodheart lacking some sort of awareness, thinking maybe the absence of the coach was affecting them. Let's see if it will improve today.
That is some good awareness there. She manages to pick it up very nicely and throws it to the right end. The batter was running to the danger area, but unfortunately, the run out not happening in real time. This tournament is sponsored by Skyview, a product from Harris International. That is it straight to the field that covers, but she just doesn't manage to hold onto that catch. Harris International, the sponsors, a product of Skyview, is what they are offering to the players in this tournament. And at this time of the tournament, the over 300 players who have participated in the tournament already, I am reliably sure that they have all tested the products from Harris International. But the fourth over has come to an end.
Chasura. Baadaye mbuuza nti kati ekyafulikaringa era nsigalawo wano dakiika nga 2.
Smooth action there from her. That is it up in the sky. Calls of catch it, but it just falls behind of the fielder. They are running very quickly and they manage to pick up that double. Chance created there. Chance not taken. These chances may come to haunt Goodheart Secondary School. They need to do the simple things right. I think the judgment of that one was not so nice. She just needed to move backwards a bit, try and make sure that she holds onto it and earn Goodheart the second wicket.
ngenda sooka njigyeko yembeko kyenkyusa wano kati. Not good. That fact back and then things the cut. But regardless, arise. Let's off forgotten thing.
The two batters here just trying to make sure that they fix their gears. Safety first. Masindi Secondary School, Goodheart Secondary School facing off in this one. We are live from the Gul High Ground here in the heart of the beautiful city of Gulu. Padipaliech, as they say, welcome to the home of the elephants. A very good place to be in. Organized, nice roads. The roads have lights to favor some of us who are nocturnal in nature. That is full. She goes down to slog it away, but misses it completely, and that rattles to the pads. But the umpire says that was missing stumps.
Even the part unfortunate don't make contact with that. Was the right shot selection, in my opinion. Full toss down there. It's a full stop. Means something.
Yeah, of course, I hit me ball there coming, and unfortunately, the batter just not managing to work it away. I think it's a 50-50 game, Jeff. We've not seen any of these sides dominating it. I think it's a game which can be won by any of these two. But that is a dot ball there to end the over. The changes there for the fielders. Very quick. Some good awareness there for these players of Goodheart Secondary School.
Eno bange ekomyewo kati. Ngenda kuvaayo kuba ndowooza ntegedde lwaki badde Afrika.
Masindi Secondary School has been taking these chances and they have been going away with it. But unfortunately, on this occasion, Goodheart exhibiting great game awareness levels, and they managed to capitalize on that chance and pick up that wicket. When they pick a wicket, they keep in their positions. Goodheart Secondary School, and yet I think this should be an opportunity for them to gather around to try and organize themselves and get ready to get another wicket. But they have the second one in the bag. The batters there are just making sure that they work on their gears. Sixteen teams fighting for one trophy here in Gulu. Ginger SS record champions, Mountain St. Henry's High School Mukono making a debut. Late Secondary School defending champions. Gaza High School also have 4 trophies. $25. That is hit hard down to the ground, but the batter is not going for that run. Tries to work that one down leg, but just doesn't get contact. Goodheart Secondary School headed for this big one. They'll love to pick up a victory here as well. Big swing, but just down to mid-on. That just didn't get enough contact. The batter in front of the square, just moving backward a bit. Tries to cut that one away, but not enough contact from her. And that will mark the end of the over. That will also mark the end of the power play. This leaves the score 25 for 2 after 6 overs. I tell you, Jeff, the current run rate is dropping down drastically, currently at 4.2, and the projected score dropping from 120 to 84 runs.
Yes, Ivan. That second wicket, putting the brakes on Masindi SS and Goodheart back into the game. Let's see how these two will go about proceedings to see that they rebuild and put their team in a good position to score some big runs. Bowling change there from the school end. Atwine Dorin comes into the attack.
There is some discipline in the bowling for Goodheart Secondary School as they've given away only 4 extras at this moment of the match. Good lines they are bowling. Dorin Atwine, they are coming into ball for Goodheart Secondary School. That is hit with power down the ground. She tries to chip in a dive, but just doesn't get onto it. The backup very superb, and the dot ball in the end.
Ivan, I told you the other day, never know the presence of their coach will give them some confidence. Short pitch delivery there, and it's dispatched through the long off area for 4. Good shot played there by Aiyo Mary. Gets off the mark with a boundary off the bowling of Atwine Dorin.
A quick update in the fixtures in the morning games at Laibi Ground. St. John taking on Olila. St. John winning the toss and electing to bowl first. Ginger Secondary School taking on Mountain Renzori Secondary School. Mount Renzori winning the toss and opting to bowl first. Nyakasoa is taking on Masaka Secondary School at Group Prison Ground and Goodheart Secondary School, Masindi at this very ground. The toss update from this game was that Masindi won the toss and elected to bat first. In the afternoon, we'll be having other games happening at Laibu Ground. Masaka SS will take on Igang SS. Mount Renzo will take on St. James at Laibu Ground too. Sacred Heart SS will take on Gayaza High School at Gulu Primary. Ndeje SS will take on Lake SS at Gulu Prison. And at this ground, in the afternoon, we'll have the hosting school, Gulu High School, taking on Olila. Big game there, end of over number 7. 30-2 is the score. Masindi Secondary School. That was a brilliant over there from Atuna Doreen. She gave away 5 runs. Something like that. We're looking at the show that
Good length there from Muanse Asha, challenging the batter. If she can maintain that length and line, she'll pick up some wickets for her team.
In her first over, Muanse Asha gave away only 1 run and it was a wide. But this time around, she looks to be struggling a bit with that line and length. That is adjudged a no ball by the umpire as it drops outside the playing area, offering the batter a chance to free up her arms a bit. She hits it hard down the ground, straight as you would love to see it, just to her dugout, and that will be a boundary. Good shot of intent there from the batter as she receives that free hit.
Ivan, I tell you, Aiyo Mary must be the big hitter in this team. Any chance to free her arms, she will take you on.
Some good awareness when she saw that it was a free hit, she went for it. And when she sees the ball bowled in right channels, she goes for the block. Great game reading there. She has some good height. That's the height of picking up balls that are dropping away from you. Hits that one, but a bit late. A yes, no call, but in the end, a no call and a dot ball subsequently.
Yes, Ivan, I just realized that after the no ball, she wanted to confirm that it was a free hit, asking the umpire, is it a free hit? Anything in the zone, and with those long levers, she will dispatch you. Plays dead on that one. Maybe she's comfortable. I set her targets because I've seen every time she scores a boundary, steps on the brakes. Would be her game plan, boundary, and maybe a single to see off each over.
Very powerful shot there. Hit to a ball that is dropping outside. The football skills working out very well for her there to stop that one. A good throw chipped in the end. But a double there for Masindi Secondary School. And that will mark the end of the over. Score stands at 37 for a loss of 2 wickets. Masindi Secondary School just need to hold their grooves to try and make sure that they keep their winning streaky. Good work there from these players. Over 300 players in this tournament. The annual Girls Schools Cricket Week tournament. Good to the tournament moving around the different cities.
Full ball there from Atwine Doreen. He just blocked Ivan at his stage. Goodheart on top of the game. 37 for 2 is the score. At the start, Masindi were motoring at 6 and over. Now they've been pegged back in the last couple of overs. Good bowling there and good bowling changes by the captain. Wicket time there. Full ball, swings at it, misses, and it rattles the furniture for wicket number 3. Score is 37 for 3 after 8.2 overs. Ivan Masindi will feel hard done at this point.
Yeah, the way Masindi is losing wickets now. Of that deep batting lineup. So when you see wickets falling up front, it depicts a very bad image there for the side because you never know what would happen. And Jeff, remember, one brings another. So you don't need to be giving away your wickets cheaply. The deliveries that have picked wickets in this game have not been the very best of deliveries. Full balls, rattling furniture, and the first one just rattled the pads. And the umpire saying, yeah, that is out. But a left-handed batter in the mix, try and make sure she gives some work to the fielders.
Nyangoma Mariam comes in for Masindi SS with a score at 37 for 3. Let's see if she has those shots left-handed batters are known for.
Nyangoma Miriam. Nyangoma is a game given to twins in the western region of Uganda. Tribes like Banyoro, Batoro, Banyankore tend to name that name. Nyangoma is the eldest among the two. The other is Nyakato. Though you could say Babiri and Nakato in Uganda and Wasoga. But we see slow proceedings. Every time there is a left-handed batter there, fielders have to try and be careful. Because in most cases, remember this yesterday, these are development sites. Fielders tend to cram their fielding positions. Hits that one back to the fielder, and the energy is the call from the dugout because they really and pretty believe that she is watching the ball. She just needs to add some bit of energy that is down the leg. The umpire taking his time there, but in the end confirming that it's a wide. I tell you something, Jeff, at this level of cricket, bowling to left-handed batters is not something very easy.
Big headache there for the bowlers. Don't find many teams having lefties in their ranks. Nyangoma gets off a mark with a nudge through mid-wicket. That single brings Ayo Mary back on strike. Let's see if she can get another boundary. So far in the 4 deliveries she has faced, she has hit a 4 every 6 balls. Let's see if she can strike another one in this over.
She's one of the players who give you a feel that she's reading the game. Just sees that one passing down the leg for yet another extra. Doreen struggling with her lines again, giving out extras. Very, very costly for the side. She's now trying to make sure that she fixes her run up, organize herself, and get headed for a big one. Rattles the timber. When she came to attempt bowling and she went back to her run up, the fielders accepted it that it was a big decision. This is the only wicket that they have celebrated in that manner, because we clearly saw that the batter who is making the long walk is now trying to make sure that she fixes her run up, organize herself, and get headed for a big one. Rattles the timber.
Undoing tall batter way over the ball. And wicket it is for Goodheart. Very, very loud celebrations there, realizing they got a big hitter. And after she was bowled, you could see she held her head in despair, couldn't believe what had just happened. Masindi in trouble, 40 for 4 after 9. Mood from the dugout changing. And the new batter in is Gloria Apicha. Let's see what she can do.
Yeah, that wicket has given some silence to the dugout of Masindi Secondary School. Field settings they are being made. Of course, the coach will be happy to see what his players are doing. Fielders alert are the calls. I remember when we were playing cricket at this level, these are some of the calls that we could make. Hits it just in the area where the coach was telling one of the fielders to go to. The pickup, not so convincing. She throws it to a friend. A lot of the deja vus for us to watch here in Gulu.
Funny scenes there, Ivan. With a chance for another run, the fielder decides to throw to a fellow fielder. But at this point, Masindi are not willing to take the risk, and they decide not to take the second. Another left-handed batter, Gloria. So perhaps it will be easy for the bowlers and the fielders.
If I was the coach, I would have first sent a right-hander to keep my left-right combination in there. Because every time you have a left-right combination, these fielders always get lost. They don't know their places, and that's how you capitalize on the mistakes they make in the fields. But maybe the fielder coming as a big hitter. Of course, we will always see those extras coming, because it's very, very hard for these young players to consistently bowl to left-handed batters.
Yes, Ivan. But so far, Goodheart bowling pretty well, not giving away many extras as they did in the first fixture. Shows you the improvement and the experience they are gaining in this tournament on show.
The two umpires standing in this one, both two children from Ginger, Annie OB and Annie OG of Ginger Secondary School. Joseph Joma Biarhanga, the male umpire, and Inasuna Whitney, the female umpire. Both these two have represented Uganda at the under 19 level. Good players there. That is to the pads. They go for the appeal instead of first collecting the ball. A bit of low awareness there from these players, but a confirmation of a leg by the umpire.
Good awareness there by the batters, realizing the fielders were busy appealing. At this stage, you have to be alert. It was another chance for a run out. 12 fielders were busy waiting for the umpire's call. Wicket time, and that's a catch taken by the bowler. Cropped back and tried to push it over the bowler, but couldn't manage, and the catch is taken by the bowler.
Yeah, caught and bowled there. As she was just going through her fall through, she manages to hold onto that one. Good dismissal there. Should be the first caught and bowled we've seen in this tournament. But what an effort there from the bowler. Doing
This stage, you have to be alert. It was another chance for a run out. 12 fielders were busy waiting for the umpire's call.
are falling quickly and they are falling in quick succession. Coach Patrick Businje needs to organize his troops here on.
Good work by Goodheart. And back into the attack is Atwine Dorin from the school end. They've really done well to peg back this Masindi 11. Having started with a quick fire 22 in 3.1 overs, but thus far they've added 21 in the next 6.5 overs.
Half of the batters have been sent back to the dugout there for Masindi Secondary School, and we are done with half of the overs in the first innings. Doreen back to ball. She starts with a full ball, a dead bat approach there from the batter.
This stage of the game, Goodheart would fancy their chances of winning if they can limit Masindi to a total around 60. Extras on offer there for the batters.
If I tell you something at this level of the game, we see so many funny scenes. The fielder just kneeling down and chipping in that throw. But in the end, saving her team from conceding many runs. Another full ball there is hit up in the air. A hit me ball, not hit away. They call for a double and run very quickly for it. The back at there, Spab, although she's a bit close to the bowler, that is a bit risky. Because if she misses, you don't give yourself chance and time to effect the backup.
Yes, Ivan, but good work there by that fielder. I've seen her so far in the innings, putting her body on the line to save her team. Ninsima piece there off the mark with a lofted shot over covers. Unconvincing, but they will take the runs in any way they come.
Just place that down to the ground. The skills of survival that Coach Patrick Businje's girls are having will be very, very vital when Uganda goes for the Challenge League B. Hits that one backwards of the square. Beautiful shot. The best shot I've seen so far from a Masindi player. But a typical left-handed batter shot. That will race away for a boundary. Good work there being done by Masindi. Try and make sure that they capitalize and score as many runs as they can.
Ivan, these are the shots I talked about when Gloria walked in. Shots left-handed batters are known for. Plays that over the fine leg region for a 4. Finally gets off a mark. 4 runs off 7 balls. Another full delivery. Swings at that and misses. And with that, brings the end to the 11th over. Score is 53 for 5. Another 9 overs. If Masindi could add 30 runs, they'll feel like that's a total they can bowl at. Anything above 60, 70 will make the chase interesting. Change of bowler from the church end. Walikumua Nuru comes into the attack.
Typical Soga words there in the naming of most of these players in the Goodheart side. Alikumuwa, Muanse, Ndivyalire. Very, very typical Soga words there. But just look at that bowling action. Alikumuwa doesn't struggle with her run up. She just walks in and chips it. Yesterday we saw Cinderella Linda from Nyakasera School with a good run up. We could even call it a walk up. Look at that one. She just walks, takes her time, and boom. Good actions there. But yesterday we had the chat with some of the coaches, and I tell you something, Jeff, in this tournament, one of the things that pay off is slow bowling. Every time you have pace bowlers, they tend to be giving away extras, giving away buys, but those smooth actions, look at that. Good action there from Mariko Muanul. She takes her time, even going to her stumps, she takes a walk. Just not sure what Coach Porter tells her during the training session. But the girl really shows you that she's living a soft life out there.
Keep it simple must be the instructions from Coach Puata. Don't complicate cricket.
That is slogged with a lot of power to deep mid wicket. And they will manage to take up that single. Hesitation there from the fielder in the throw, but good work there being done. Coach Patrick Businje's side being dominated by left-handed batters. One left-hander being replaced by another lefty. Look at that one. Flighted and just dubbed it down to covers.
Sighted delivery, played in the gap, scamper through for a single. Fielder takes a shy at the stumps and there is no backup. Make that 2. This time round the backup is there. Lapse in concentration there by Goodheart players to give Masindi a chance to make 2. And with that, brings an end to the 12th over. 57 for 5 is the score. And here on, what would be a good total to bowl at?
I think anything above 80 should be defendable for Masindi Secondary School. Masindi Secondary School is a school that has won many trophies in the tournaments that are held in Masindi post-independence Easter tournaments. Should really exhibit great game awareness levels and try and defend that one. I'm not sure of the approach that Coach Regan will bring. But we saw this side of Goodheart struggling when they took on late secondary school. They did not put so many runs on board after being bowled out for only 17 runs in a match where only 3 runs came off the bat. It just tells you that there is not too much batting in the Goodheart side. But the easier side will be just waiting to see what happens. Remember, initially, Coach Potter was not around. Maybe he's coming back, gives a boost. Drives that one down very nicely. She doesn't lose her shape. These are the things that we love seeing. I tell you, Jeff, if a player is playing like that, even if she doesn't score runs, you really confident as a coach that she's applying the proper cricket basics. Slugs that one outside off, but he just misses it. Good work there being done by these batters trying to make sure that they hit that ball and put as many runs on board as they can. She slugs it straight to the fielder. The fielder uses her legs to stop that one. Body and soul chips in the throw. The wicketkeeper there not effecting the stop very nicely. The umpire there just confirming that her legs are not hurt.
Ivan, I told you today I've been impressed by the Goodheart fielders putting their bodies on the line for the team. Another one at square takes a hit for the team on the shins and doesn't flinch. Umpire asked her and she was like, let's play on. The umpire says no, shall have some first aid administered. Good fielding there, body and soul. That was racing away from to the boundary. It was a good hit by the batter. Hit with a lot of power. Let's hope she's fine and can play on without any issues.
Yeah, the umpire just making sure that she effects the safety first. It's not been so hot this morning. We've always had hot mornings here at Gulu High School ground, and the afternoons have always been cold because it's been raining on several occasions during the afternoon. The umpire there making sure that the player is treated, and now we are back to roll. Two left-handers in there for Masindi Secondary School to try and see the batting. That is hit down to point. The fielder not walking in to attack that one. And in the end, Masindi Secondary School go through for another single. Bit of an awkward bounce there from the surface. I tell you, Jeff, I've not affected my skills as a coach, but if I'd been given a chance to coach or manage one of the teams, the only thing that I could be telling my players is to bowl outside off stump because we've not seen so many players cutting balls away. And the slow bowling, very, very effective in these tournaments. Of course, there are some batters who could go hard at it, but not so many in the tournament. Well, that's the end of the over. After 13 overs, 59 for 5 is the score. Projected score at 90. Girls Schools Cricket Week. A lot of raising, a lot of stars are made from this tournament. We've seen players come through the ranks and raise to the national teams. Remember, after this tournament, there shall be a camp of about 30 girls who will stay behind in Gulu City. The experienced coaches try and fine-tune their skills
Good arrangement there by the development team. Have coach Brian Mark Masala, former skipper of the Cricket Cranes, now assistant coach of the Victoria Powers, will be taking the girls through the paces, fine-tuning their skills in that 10-day camp after the tournament. Ivan, like we said yesterday, all these are programs organized to ensure that at the next attempt to qualify for the Under-19 Women's World Cup, Uganda will be victorious and make their debut at that tournament.
Yeah, of course, many programs being done to try and make sure that the girls get the proper skills. I believe starting looking at next year now is a very good initiative and idea. Try and put in the hard yards now so that when the qualifiers come later on next year, you just put a top class finish. Try and make sure that we see one team going for the Under-19 World Cup. Of course, in the first edition, Rwanda represented Africa. Played very, very well in that World Cup, which was hosted in South Africa. And they actually made it the Super Six. The junior female Yellow Greens, Nigeria, also not letting us down, pulling off a few victories and making it to the Super Six. I think Uganda should be one of the teams that will also be looking at making it to that tournament.
Yes, Ivan, good players coming through the ranks in the African development setting.
Nulu Malikumu was there, struggling a bit with her areas. Flighted balls there. And that will mark at the end of over number 14, leaving the score at 63 for 5. Nisima Peace 8 of 13. Abisha Gloria 7 of 15. These are the batters in there for Masindi Secondary School trying to put on some runs for the side. It's a chilly weather here at Gulu High School. Girls Schools Cricket Week.
Another bowling change there from the school end. Accrued Patience back into the attack. A solitary over to complete her spell. She has been tidy so far, conceding 8 in 3 overs and picked up a wicket. Let's see if she can pick more wickets. These left-handers proven a thorn in the heel for the rest of the bowlers.
One of the things that we will be seeing many times when they are left-handed batters are those changes. Unless you have game with great awareness levels. Oh, the wicketkeeper just chipping in the kick there to try and stop that one. Goodheart doing whatever it takes to make sure that they don't allow Masindi SS to go away with it. And the change of bowling ends there. from the bowler, Patience Akrut. She's been bowling round, now she's coming. So she's been bowling over. She chips in a dive and stops that one. Good work being done.
Ivan, good work there by the fielder. That was racing away for a boundary off the wide, just limiting them to 1 run.
Gets down, gets Herbert onto it, and hits that one away. A good shot. Eventually just pays one single. A bit of miscommunication there, and they run and pick up another run to make it 2 runs. Of course, as we came into this game, Giga SS was topping Group A with 9 points from 3 games, and Olida High School was topping in Group B with 12 points from 3 matches. Yesterday, we saw Olida High School posting the tournament's highest total, 181 runs for 6 in 20 overs. And we still saw Goodheart posting the tournament's lowest total, 12 all out in 11.2 overs. Olida High School got a massive victory yesterday of 169 runs. Whereas Nyakasura also got off the mark yesterday as they defended a modest total, beating St. James SS by 18 runs. A bit of confusion there between the batters. Sorry, a bit of confusion there between the fielders, and the batters managed to capitalize and pick up some runs. Subsequent change in the field.
Ivan, good awareness there from the Masindi batters. Told you, any misfield has given them an opportunity to make another run, and it has been taken. This time round, the batter rocks back, plays that through the covers, and they make 3, where it could have been 1 if the fielder had collected. The last 2 wickets helping Masindi get some runs. Nyesima Peace, 13 of 16. Abicha Gloria on strike with 7 of 16. Shouts of LB, and wicket it is for Uproot Patience. Wicket number 6 for Goodheart. Abicha has to depart with a score at 71. Shouts of LB.
Approach Patience, not a player that you can take away a shine from. In her last spell, she manages to pick up a wicket. Good work there being done by Patience Akrut. 2 Akruts in the tournament already. There is Akrut Asmin, who plays for Olila High School. She is the captain as well in that side. And there is accrued patience. That beautiful shot there of the Gayaza High School ladies who have just come to watch this game here. These girls of Gayaza will later on play Sacred Hearts in the afternoon at Guru Primary Ground. But they also have business to complete because they will be facing these sites that are facing off each other. Another video shot there of the Sky View, our sponsors of this edition, third year running, making sure that the girls in the camp get the sugars and also get hydrated with water. But now we are back for the action. Last ball for accrued patience to end her 4-over spell. She so far picked up 2 wickets. See what she does when she comes into ball.
Right-left combination now for Masindi.
Goes for a drive and misses it completely. That will mark the end of the over.
Accrued patience completing her spell there. Disappointing end though, conceding 8 in the final over, yet she had conceded 8 in 3 overs. But regardless, good figures there. An economy of 4, picking up 2 wickets for her team. And after 15 overs, the score is 71 for 6. How many more can Masindi add in the last 5 overs?
Lulu Balikumwa there back. Smooth action. Flights it up in the air. Out of the playing area. And no ball call there from the umpire. The dugout sending some instructions of hit it to the other side of the forest. A permit to hit and kill there being given to the bat. Of course, it's a free hit. She rocks round and hits it, but hits it fine. There is a fielder running at fine leg to pick it up. A bit of yes, no call there. She goes for a stamping, and the umpire says, sorry, that is a run out completed very, very well. This batter's not very, very quick. Good judgment there from the umpire, Joseph Joma Biaruhanga. Goodheart Secondary School has the 7th wicket. Some bit of miscommunication there from the batters. They went for it, but not very fine. There is a fielder running at fine leg to pick it up. A bit of yes, no call there. Up very nice, and the throw going to the right end. The wicketkeeper there just effecting the run out, and the Masindi Secondary School pick up their 7th wicket.
Ivan, that was a poor call by the batter. Priska Chomugisha. She didn't want to settle for one off a free hit. She clearly saw the fielder with the ball, but thought her partner would make ground. Unfortunately, she couldn't, and Masindi lose their 7th to a good fielding effort by Goodheart Secondary School.
I tell you, Jeff, we are now down to the tile. If it works, that will be another story. But these sides not having very, very deep batting lineups. If you're here at this moment of the game, if I was Goodheart Secondary School, this could be the time for me to up my game, try and wrap up the innings as quickly as possible. But are these sides having similarly same levels of awareness, just not capitalizing when opportunity comes? Balikumwa there bowls it so nicely. outside off stump, good length. But with that attempt of going across the lane from the batter, this is a time where I try to chip in a straight ball to the stumps to see the reaction.
Yes, Ivan, we're into the tail and they tend to play false shots. So it's time to ball wicket to wicket. Another one played across and misses. The balls are not getting enough bounce, so anything on the stumps will likely pick up a wicket.
The decision the bowler taking her time there. This time round, she hits it hard, but doesn't hit it away, closing in her bat. Not the very best of techniques there from Lilian Kunihira. 0 off 3 already for her. Nobody Kumua not giving away many. She's offer bowled 2.4 and she's given away only 10 runs. 73 for 7 after 15.4 overs is where Masindi starts at this moment of the game. The wicketkeeper there trying to stump before she even gets the ball. Some bit of excitement there. But in the end, a bye run is scored by Masindi Secondary School, pushing the score to 74 for 7 after 16 overs. We are done with 16 overs of the first innings, and we are remaining with 4 overs to complete the first innings of the game. If you're just joining us, allow me welcome you and greet you and tell you that good morning. It's not so hot in Gul today, it's been chilly. And if you're just joining, this match is between Goodheart Secondary School and the Masindi Secondary School. Masindi Secondary School having won the toss elected to bat first. Masindi comes in this game at the back of a victory, having beaten Mount St. Henry's High School yesterday. Whereas Goodheart comes in the game at the back of a loss. Olida High School placed them on the sword yesterday. Goodheart still winless in the tournament. Masindi have one in the bag. These two teams have not been in the nationals for so many times. This should be the second appearance for Goodheart, and it should also be the second appearance for Masindi Secondary School.
Yes, Ivan, but let's hope they'll maintain the good work done there and make it a habit to appear at the Girls' Schools Cricket Week. Appeals there for LB, but the umpire says it was trickling down leg and leg by is completed there.
Jeff, the owner of Goodheart Secondary School is a man called Rufafa, a homeboy. He comes from my home district, Kamuli, but a very, very great supporter of the game. He's one of the men that you reach to and you tell them what you want, and they always try to support the game. Good schools supporting this beautiful game. Of course, as we were discussing yesterday, Jeff, this game not understood by many, and it is a bit an expensive game because all the gears and equipment used in this game are very, very expensive. So we give credit to those schools that are trying to make sure they put in the hard yards that is hit. Chance for a catch, but she doesn't get hold onto it.
Ivan, talking about knowledge of the game, the other day I was interacting with some locals and they told me he tried to follow but were unable to understand. So they gave up. But I hope by the end of the week we shall have so many people understand what cricket is and have numerous people follow the game. No ball is a call from the umpire as that pitches off the turf. Free hit and the Masindi dugout is excited, encouraging the batter to swing as hard as she can to pick up as many as possible.
Tera tera. The original word to mean hit. Also used in Nyankora and Rutoro. She goes for the big swing, for the big terror, but unfortunately, she doesn't make any contact. Swinging away, closing her eyes. Not the best of techniques there.
Ivan, the batter there, guilty of letting her teammates get into her head. Misses everything. To have noticed something, the Goodheart keeper gets excited. Wicket time there. Immaculate picks up a wicket. Kunihira Lillian watches her partner depart. Ivan, I was saying, the Goodheart keeper turns, try to break the wicket before she collects. I don't know what she could be thinking. Is it trying to scare the batter or something? Most of the times, she attempts to complete a stamping or run out before she even collects the ball. Could be disastrous in the end.
That's one of the things that the coach should be looking at to correct. Make sure that your players are growing with the best skills. Of course, these juniors need to be given the best skills. That's how they grow. Of course, in a cricket week tournament, it's a tournament where you can survive with a wicket keeper who can just stop the ball. But you would need someone who can put in those hard yards to try and make sure that they save the team from conceding runs, and they are coming up with best skills because a lot await these young girls. Because of this tournament, the players who will be selected have a chance to represent the nation. They have a chance to fight for the badge. 8 wickets have fallen already here for Masindi Secondary School. The tail wagging a bit. A bit of hesitation. Straight to the fielder. There is a chance for a run out. But in the end, Masindi completes the run.
Good running there between the wickets. Ivan, fielders in the close for Goodheart, failing to get any run out. It's only the fielders outside the ring who have been able to collect and hand in on time. Bit of lapse in concentration. Talked about something and reminded me of an incident a few weeks back in the 50 overs Division 2 league. Now, as we're going to play Ginger SS, we're faced with a conundrum of playing extra batters at a cost of dropping the keeper. And my captain, Kangume Lennon, said, we are playing a development team. We just need a keeper who can stop the ball. And similar sites here in the cricket week. After all, it's even T20. We just need a keeper who can stop the ball. Not one who's really skilled at
Same justification made that not so many balls go to the wicket keeper in a T20 match because the batters are looking at hitting everything. Tries to hit it away, but doesn't connect quite well. The teammates are telling her, Rola Kapira, see the ball. See ball, hit ball. But the batter they are dropping her head. I tell you something, Jeff, in this tournament, we've seen so many calls being made in the dugout. That one is full. She goes and slugs it very nicely. Sweet sound of the bat, a dive. Oh my goodness. These are the scenes that we love watching. That is the captain for Goodheart chipping in that dive and making sure that she saves her team from conceding a boundary. Good work there being done by Goodheart.
yes, Ivan, good fielding there by the captain, stopping a certain boundary and limiting them to a single. She came from a square to stop a ball at fine leg. Very good work there by the fielder, fighting for the team.
Sharon Bafuna, the captain for Goodheart Secondary School, Bugembe, not a player that you can easily rule out of the game. She always try and make sure that she gives in the hard yards. Every time we've seen a misfield in the pitch, he's trying to go and put up the good work in that particular place. Very, very good player there.
Tries to shuffle to leave that one, ends up being hit on the pad. Her teammates shout at her, "Why don't you leave the whites?" They need all the runs in whichever way they come. And whites are also part of the game. If you can get them, well and good.
Of course, we've seen games where extras are the highest runs scorer. We've seen matches where extras are the best batters. These batters just taking their time to try and make sure that they fix their gears. 79 for 8 after 17.5 overs. Masindi Secondary School having won the toss and elected to bat first. Only two players go to double figures. Ayeyo Mary with 11 of 13 and Nisima Peace with 14 of 18. Goodheart has forgiven out 22 extras. And the extras are already the highest running scorer. Very, very disastrous there for the side. Another extra there added to the tally. Make it 23 in the match already. But once Asha chipping in a good economy of 3.33, having bowled 3 overs and picked up only a single wicket. The most economical among bowlers being Balikumwa Nulu. She's bowled 3. She's currently bowling and just remaining with a ball to complete her spell. But what a good economy she has, 2.87. No wickets in her name, but her 3.5 overs have only gone for 12 runs so far. She rocks back and tries to hit it hard. The wicketkeeper there, very, very guilty of not stopping that one. They run for a single, and that will mark the end of the 18th over. This leaves the score at 82 for 8 after 18 overs.
Ivan, once again, the keeper there guilty of not doing her work, rather the job of stopping the ball.
I tell you something, Jeff, when you look at these names of the players from Bugembe, typical Basoga names, Mwanguzi, Namwevia, Mbibyalire, Bafuna, Muwanse, Balikumuwa Mudondo. Tries to hit that one, but not even making an effort to step forward and step in the lane of the ball. Not the very best of skills, but now it's time for the tail to wag.
With 11 deliveries left in the innings, let's see how many Masindi will get. Bowler taking her sweet time.
I tell you, Jeff, at this moment of the game, Masindi is already in the winning totals. They already have 83 runs on board, and they need to just capitalize on a good bowling display. In my opinion, I believe this could be a defendable target if Masindi does the simple basics right.
Indeed, Ivan, 80 is a good total. Goodheart thus far haven't crossed the 60-run mark. So you'd feel like 80 would be far-fetched for them. Masindi looking at victory and Goodheart in the gallows of defeat once again. And nonetheless, the girls doing their best. Chance for a run out there. Fielder too slow to pick up the ball.
Very, very poor throw there from the deep. That was a clear chance of a run out. But unfortunately, a Goodheart Secondary School not capitalizing on completing it well. Some, I believe, Goodheart will have themselves to blame. Doing so many misfields, giving away so many chances. But this is just a learning curve. these girls don't really come to this tournament to go back the way they were. Just need to get a little bit of more playing time. Try and make sure that you put in the hard yards. Maybe other times you would come and compete. Of course, at the toss, but National told me that if she had won the toss, she could have also bowled. So meaning the toss going the other way fell in her hands. So she would love to have her bowlers have plenty of time to play, see what happens later on in the tournament. But as the coach, Reagan, Kowata, Ronald, they are watching everything happen very, very quickly. Of course, in the game where Ronald was not around, his side, Rounders Cricket Club managed to overcome the scare, the siren scare. Frank and Subuga hitting 11 sixes in that match. But Sidon Lions eventually crumbling and facing the first loss of the season. Ronald Porter's 10 runs early in the match could have been one of what motivated his side Rounders Cricket Club to a back-to-back victory, having beaten Avengers the previous weekend and picking up yet another victory against Sidon Lions.
Misfield there at long on, and a chance for the batters to make two. Ivan talking about the 50 over men's Division 1 league. Rounders bouncing back for back-to-back victories after losing two on the trot. Looked like a side I didn't know where they were. Couldn't find the right combinations, couldn't find the right starting 11. But it seems they're finding their groove with Brian McMasaba into the side. Some new signings, Stephen Wawose, Calvin Watua also chipping in. And now they found their feet with back-to-back wins against Avengers and more impressive against Ceylon Lions, with the likes of Cosmas Cheuta, Juma Miyaji, Frank Nsubuga, and Robinson Obuya, all national team players for the Cricket Cranes. But Tembo Zubail, Arnold, bowling brilliantly there, picking up 7 wickets in the match to take Rounders to victory. Impressive work there.
That was by the man behind the Kere Cricket Academy in Kumi district, doing a lot of work in the development. Tebos Bay was an award winner during the UCA Awards last year. He won the award of development, and he does not only help in development, but he also shows it on pitch when he gets the ball for Rounders Cricket Club. But we are into the last over of the first innings. A big swing there. That goes fine. There is a field that shot fine. Good pick up there, and they only take up a single.
Ivan, I feel like that field at fine leg is misplaced. One of the fielders I've seen in this Goodheart side with good throws. So if she could be put in a position that requires a good hand, would do the team a good service. Twine Doreen so far 2 short balls in the last over. 2 off that second delivery, lofted over mid-off. Was a chance for a catch and not taken as the fielder was in a wrong position. Four deliveries left in this one. Can Masindi get to 100? Dot ball there by Atwine Doreen. Batter trying to play off the back foot and misses everything. And there is a misfield. Does it reach the boundary? Yes, it does. And 4 runs there for Masindi. The batter celebrates like she has won a match. 96 is the total for Masindi SS. Good batting there by Chosaba Safina, rocking back and playing that through the square leg region. And fortune favors the brave as there was a misfield there. 96 for 8 for Masindi SS.
I tell you, the call for two put some pressure on the fielder. She wanted to throw the ball before catching it. This time round, that will just go through her gates and wipe off the bells. Hold there, Safina. She'll have to walk back. But I tell you, Jeff, it is a sweet feeling to score a boundary. Safina tested the sweetness. Unfortunately, she'll have to depart. But you would feel that she's done some work there for Masindi Secondary School, putting some runs there. I tell you, the call for two put some pressure on the fielder. She wanted to throw the ball before catching it. It's
Yes, Ivan with a good strike rate, 100 to be particular. Only player with a strike rate of 100 in this game. Good showing from the tail there. You didn't expect the tail to work, but my oh my. Scored some runs here. Pushing Masindi to 96. If they can get a boundary off the final delivery, then it will be triple digits for Masindi.
Jeff, I think it's a lot of a lot of asking if you tell the last batter to really give you that boundary. But easy aside here in the comms, we don't really hold the bats and balls. We just use our words to depict what is likely to happen.
Been ensuring that the fielders are in the right positions for the final delivery. Swing and chance for a catch. Dot ball to end. Indeed, typical tail ender. She dropped her bat, wanted to leave her gear on the pitch. Final score 96 for 9 after 20 overs for Masindi SS. A quick look at the scorecard. Gift Nuriat 5 of 7, Akugiziwe Charlotte 7 of 23, Josaba Maclean 9 of 11, Aiyo Mary with 11 of 13 dug her team out of trouble when wickets were falling everywhere. Nyangoma Mariam 2 of 5, Abicha Gloria 7 of 17, Nisima Peace with 14 of 18, Chomugisa Priska didn't trouble the scorers. The wicketkeeper Kunihira batting late, getting 2 of 12. Chosaba Safina with 12 of 12. And Aikoru Monica not contributing to the total. And looking at the bowling scorecard, Akurut Patience picking up 2 wickets in half 4 overs for 16 runs. Immaculate going for 20 and picking up a wicket in half 4 overs. Moanse Asha, impressive figures there. 17 runs in half 4 overs, picking up 1 wicket. Atwine Doreen, pick of the bowlers, 3 wickets in half 4 overs, but going for 25 runs. Balikumu Wanuru, very economical, only 13 in half 4 overs. Goodheart there, very generous, offering 27 extras to Masindi SS.
I tell you, Jeff, Goodheart will have themselves to blame. The toss going their way, they bowled fast, but made a few mistakes in the field there. Also giving away extras and eventually helping Masindi to get a total that looks defendable, in my opinion. Ladies and gentlemen, from here in the comms box, I'm Ivan Cyprian Sajabi alongside Jeff Mwesu Kasozi, and we take a short break. We'll be back for the second innings. Back and running for the second innings of the game. This is the annual Girls Schools Cricket Week tournament, and this match is happening between Goodheart Secondary School, a school found in Jinja, a place called Ibugembe, and the Masindi Secondary School from Masindi District. Tournament sponsored by Skyview. It's the annual Girls Schools Cricket Week tournament. Masindi Secondary School having won the toss and elected to bat first, scoring a total of 96 runs for 9 in 12 overs. Goodheart Secondary School will need 97 runs to pick up the first victory in this tournament. Masindi putting on white bottoms and light blue tops, as Goodheart Secondary School is putting on black bottoms and pink tops. First over coming from the side of the school. My name is Evan Cyprian Sajabi, here in the commentary box. That is just for a catch up in the air. The wicket keeper making it very, very easy. And the first wicket of the first ball there for Masindi Secondary School. They are very, very electric in the field. They pick the first wicket of the first ball. Alice struggles there. The batter not judging the bounce very, very well. Got back, tries rock with it, but skies it up in the air. I'm not alone in the commentary box. I have Jeff Mwesibwakasozi. Jeff, welcome back to from the break.
Thank you, Ivan. We can
My name is Evan Cyprian Sajabi, here in the commentary box. That is just for a catch up in the air. The wicket keeper making it very, very easy.
Ali. Ivan, that's a scary sight. Imagine you're still padding on as you're still strapping those pads. You hear shouts of catch it as a top order batter sends shivers down your spine. Good energy there, good vibes from Masindi SS. Couple of songs chanting in the field. Aiyo Mary seems to be the team leader in cheering while in the field.
Aiyo, the name itself sounds like a song. So you could feel they believe that they are better. Let him Wanguzi, the new bowler, the new batter in. That keeps down, but just passes close to the stumps. Jeff, the shot applied there, not so convincing as that ball just passed below the blade. But a dot ball there for Masindi Secondary School. Masindi Secondary School are really showing that they have this game, their body language really very, very positive. They believe that they have powered themselves to a total that they can defend. Yesterday we saw Mount St. Henry's High School putting on over 80 runs, but unfortunately their body language could not help them pick up a victory against Masindi SS. They want to defend with low energies, but Masindi know that they have this
Yes, Ivan. Look at that run up, smooth. The gather and the delivery is very good from Charlotte there. Shouts of LB, umpire Yarhanga Joseph not interested. Ivan at this point, Goodheart playing for survival. Look at the batter, not even moving her feet, stays put. Very bad signs early on in the innings. What energy Masindi girls have there.
Good energies there being displayed. Coach Patrick Businge's troops fighting for the badge. Very good work. Jeff, you really make a good point about the energy, but to me what I like is the way the fielders walk in. Look at that one. They don't sleep on the job. They are all walking in as the ball is coming. Red signs that just gets to the edge. And that will mark the end of the over.
Wicket maiden to start off the chase. Good work there by Masindi. You made a valid point. We've seen several sides fielders not getting off their feet as the bowler is going through the run up. But the Masindi fielders very alert, moving in with the bowler. And others positioning themselves behind whichever side the throw is coming to back up. Very good stuff there. Coming from the church end is Nyangoma Mariam for Masindi SS. Let's hope she can continue to do the good work.
The eldest among twins. A lot of pace in this Masin side. That is Apish. Chance for a catch. Oh, she could have held onto it. But leave the fact that the catch wasn't taken. The reaction to know that I can miss a catch but get a run out in quick time. Very nice to see. Amazing scene, amazing cricket being displayed here by Masindi Secondary School.
Yes, Ivan Nyangoma Mariam there bowling left arm medium. So far, these are the most impressive pace bowlers I've seen play at this ground, Ivan. Very good opening pair there. Chance of the first ball not taken. Score stands at 1-1. Good stuff there. Chance for a run out.
Good awareness there from the fielder. She knows that this fielder who was running towards the bowler's end was a bit lazy. She takes it and tries to throw it to that side.
Ivan, good stuff. Good stuff there from Masindi SS. The keeper once again guilty of trying to rush to catch the ball. Ballers have decent pace. Wait for the ball. It's coming to you. She got enough bounce. Ball would have comfortably carried to her. Perhaps she's even closer to the stumps than she should be.
One right was the pads. Fields of LBW, but down leg that is going. And not out is the call. Good cricket being displayed here, Jeff. It's the Girls Schools Cricket Week tournament. A tournament that happens every year. Soroti hosting the previous two editions and Gulu having ways to host this year. That's not a very full face of the bat there from the batter. A wide indicated eventually, but the technique applied, not very convincing.
Full delivery there. Pitched outside. Off, and the batter survives. Ivan, good energy there. You see the bowler running back to her mark. Masindi SS, very impressive. Good work done by Businje Patrick. Really impressed by the pace I'm seeing generated by the bowlers.
This is a time, this is a stage for the future stars to come and shine, to come and display their talent. Of course, the coaches, the selectors, the high performance team all watching this one. The media team also eager to make noise about it. But this is where the stars come from. Really, a lot of credit should go to the development officer for the northern region, who is just making sure that he guides the coaches in this particular region on what to do, and good cricket being displayed all around. End of over number 2, and the score is 3-1 after 2 overs. Good start to the bowling there from Masindi Secondary School.
Yes, Ivan, good start for Masindi as they defend their total.
That is up and just for another catch. The wicketkeeper not getting hold onto it. They all kept watching. That could have costed, or rather resulted into another run out. But in the end, Goodheart Secondary School pull off that single and make it 4. That is up, chance for another catch. Very, very easy as we'd love to see it. The fielder there, not really scared by the sound. She gets hold onto that one, takes the catch, and Goodheart Secondary School loses the second wicket. 4-2 is now the score. Wickets falling in quick succession. A lot of things happening here. That is up, chance for another catch. Everything the way it comes. Uganda Cricket Association making sure that a few games are streamed live to make sure that the fans all over the world are also having a feel of this tournament, watching a few selected games, watching some games and seeing where the stars come from.
Ivan, very impressed by the pace on offer by the Masindi bowlers, rushing the batters into false shots. Was chance for a catch off the first ball, but I think because of the helmet, the keeper lost sight of the ball. But regardless, second delivery skied and taken at short mid wicket. Very good bowling from Akugiziwe Charlotte. Hasn't conceded many, just a single run in her 1.2 overs, but picked up 2 wickets. Good stuff there. Coach must be elated. Patrick Businje enjoying this proceedings from the church end. Good work there in Masindi.
Akugiziwe Shout there, very, very handy with her ball, with the ball. Her first over was a wicket maiden. This time round, she's already picked up a wicket in her second over. Good work there. Bowling some good lines. Looking at the stumps and going for them. Brilliant work there being done. We always see pace bowlers struggling with controlling the ball. But Masindi Secondary School putting in the good yards. That is hit backwards down to fine leg. The fielder there fumbles, but she manages to recover and make sure that she saves her team from conceding a boundary.
Ivan was also a good throw from the deep. Fielder saying those are enough. Good line there by Charlotte. Gets a dot ball to end the third over. 6-2 is the score in this chase. Nyangoma Mariam continuing from the church end, bowled a brilliant first over, coming round the wicket. Good pace there.
An update from the other grounds. Ginger SS posted 126 for 6 against Mount St. Henry, against Mount Renzori. Masaka SS posted 108 for 7 in 20 overs against Nyakasura School. Olila High School scored 130 for 5 in 20 overs. And the chase is on. St. John's High School is already 7 for 4. Whereas Nyakasura is 35 for 5, chasing against Masaka SS. Mount Renzori 16 for 3, chasing against Mount Renzori. Action will be happening even in the afternoon.
Ivan, I tell you, the pace being bowled by these Masindi bowlers must be something new to the Goodheart players. Appeals for LB umpire Whitney Nasuna uninterested. Chance for a catch there and taken by the fielder at cover. Nyangoma Mariam picking up another wicket.
I tell you, Masindi has put a no-flying zone here. Everything that has gone up in the sky has been taken. Everything that
Good stuff there from Gift Nuriat. Last time she was unable to hold onto the catch. This time round takes an easy catch. Once again, Ivan batter beaten for pace. Just throwing the bat without making sure that she places the ball in the right area. Ends up skying it to the fielder at cover for an easy catch. Easiest of catches.
one of the things that we always enjoy in these tournaments, seeing the little girls seeing batter later. She has come to go. Was down. Good application there, Jeff. She steps in front and puts her blade. Good work there being done.
After 4 overs, score is 7-3. Charlotte will continue from the school end, rewarded with another over for the good work done thus far. Let's see if she can pick up more wickets to wrap up this one quickly. Short ball survives the punishment as got no bounce. Ivan, I feel like some Masindi fielders are too close to the bat. If anything comes off the middle, might not be a pretty sight. Wide ball there by Charlotte Akugiziwe, and the fielders remind her that's not typical of her. Should stick to doing the good work. Don't give the opponents any freebies. Good reaction there from the fielders, wicketkeeper inclusive, ensuring that Goodheart don't get any easy runs. They'll have to work for the runs. Another short pitch delivery. Batter tries to pull it, but he's unable to put it away. Good work there by Masindi SS. Very interesting field set, Ivan. Most of the fielders down there at the gully region. See a short third man, a gully, second slip, backward point, but all in the close. No mid off.
Yeah, but clearly when you look at the way Akugeziwe is bowling, she's trying to put everything outside off stump. So it means most of your protection could be on the other side of the pitch. That's why you say second slip, a gully, a backward of point, a short third, all there in place to try and make sure that they stop those balls. Even you see the ways that she's giving out, they're all dropping on the offside. And that should be the area for you to bowl because it's hard to get these batters to do what there's a chance for a run out, direct hit. But the umpire says that is not out. Close call there.
Good stuff there by the fielder at fine leg. Good pickup. Immediately she got the ball. She knew there was a chance for a run out. Aimed at the stumps and hit. Unfortunately, not out is the call by umpire Whitney Nasuna. And with that is the end of the fifth over with a score at 10-1 for 3 wickets. Nyangoma Mariam will continue from the church end. Good length there, and the batter plays a defensive shot. No intent whatsoever shown by the Goodheart batters playing for survival at this stage in the game. Beats everything but stumps keeper, and they complete one by. Good change of pace by Nyangoma Mariam. Comes steaming in. Pose a slower one, trying to confuse the batter. But a Goodheart batters playing dead. No intention whatsoever thus far. Most of the runs coming off edges. And some buys. Quick single there. Taken and good backup. Good fielding by Masindi SS. Fielders very alert of the situation. Doing a good job to back up their bowlers. Those who are just joining us, I would like to welcome you to the Skyview Girls Schools Cricket Week 2025, an edition held in Gulu by the Northern Cricket Hub. At Gulu High School is a clash between Masindi SS and Goodheart. Masindi won the toss and elected to bat and managed 96 for 9 in their allotted 20. In response, Goodheart Secondary School from Ginger are 13 for 3 in 5.5 overs. Very early struggles there for Goodheart. But let's see if these two can rebuild and take them to the target. Awkward bounce there from the surface. The batter leaves it. And that's the end of the power play with the score at 13 for 3. Change of bowler in Sima piece coming from the school end with the field now spread. Only one fielder is sent out to deep mid wicket. Rest of the fielders staying inside the ring in the 30. Starts off with a wide. Seems to be a spinner, but the pace at which that was bowled. Good recovery there from Peace Ninsima. Must be one who tends to bowl darts because she's quick back to her run up and is asking the fielders to give her the ball. Another short pitch delivery. Chance for catch and it's taken. Appeals for catch. Out is the call by umpire Joseph Biaruhanga. A bit of confusion there, but finally umpire gives the catch. Tentative prod there at the ball by the batter. Mary gives an easy catch there for the fielder at short cover. Must be one who tends to bowl darts because she's quick back to her run up and is asking the fielders to give her the ball. Another short pitch delivery. Chance for catch and it's taken. To do at least post a respectable total in response to this mammoth 96 set by Masindi. Masindi very electric and strong in the field. Seen some brilliant catches, diving effort there by Aiyo Mary, taken at short cover. Chance for run out there as the batter has scampered through for a single. Immaculate Ndivyalile off the mark with a risky single there. Wouldn't want to lose any more wickets at this stage. Would be making things easy for Masindi SS. Should try to make it hard. Block a few balls, try to play out some overs, get into the game rather than making those risky singles. Good length there, ball by Peace Ninsima. Appeals for LB umpire said that's going down leg. Wide delivery there by Ninsima Peace. The single delivery remaining in the over. Should try to keep it simple. Try to that one away. Ended up bowling a wide. Should try to keep things simple. Another wide. Calls from the coach encouraging the bowler to maintain her composure. Already given 3 extras in the over. More wides on offer to Goodheart. Ninsima Peace being generous. Finishes strong, balls one to the stumps. And that's blocked by the batter. After 7 overs, the score is 20 for 4. Goodheart with all to do, and they still require 77 in 78 balls. Mathematically, it's possible. But with 6 wickets in hand, it's a big task that they would have to go at carefully with caution. And we shall have another change in bowling from the church end. Priska Kanyesije coming from the church end. Right arm off spin, it should be. Let's see if she can peg back these Goodheart batters after those extras. Another wide there by Priska. Masindi bowlers struggling at this point. Pace bowlers did a great job, but the spinners are throwing it away. Recovers well, bowls that in the right channel. The batter swings at it and misses. Good fielding there. Bowler trading down leg, and the batter went on one knee and played it to square. Fielder there at short square, picking it up. Another swing and miss, appeals for stumped, but not out is the call from umpire Biaruhanga Joseph. Good recovery this by the bowler Chomgisa Priska after starting off with a wide. Big swing of the bat by Immaculate Ndivyadi there. But the bowler cuts that off. Another dot ball to Masindi SS. Flighted delivery invites the batter to drive. Once again, she misses. Good skill shown by the bowler there, changing flight and length. Tries to dart that one, ball short, but the batter unable to get it away. Ladies and gentlemen, that brings an end to the 8th over with a score at 21 for 4. Just a single run off that over, which was a wide. A quick look at the other games happening in the Girls Schools Cricket Week. Ginger SS taking on Mount Renzori. Ginger set 126 for 6, and in response, the team from Kasese with 41 for 4 in 11 overs. Masaka taking on Yakasura. Masaka bossing proceedings. Yakasura 47 for 7 in response to Masaka's 108. Olila taking on St. John's. Olila showing the muscle. St. John's Mukono already 10 for 6 in 8.4 overs, chasing 130 to win. Full toss and she pushes it down to mid off, but it's cut off. And no run is a call by the batter at the non-striker's end. Another wide there. Slow bowlers guilty of offering the opposition so many extras. Should keep in mind that net run rate is crucial here. If you can limit a team to a small total, ensure that they get as little runs as possible. Another wide there. Perhaps by the look of it, Masindi doesn't have very many bowlers besides the top two, who are the cream of the cream. Shouts of LB, but a loud sound off the bat, and the umpire says not out. And with that, brings an end to the 9th over with a score at 23 for 4. Goodheart seeming to be getting back into this one, though all the runs are coming from extras being bowled by the spinners, but they will take them in any way they come. A delivery there to start off her second over. Appeals for out, and the man card it is. Umpire Whitney Nasuna did not hesitate, as it is in the laws of cricket. She was trying to back up and ended up leaving her ground before the bowler was in her delivery stride. Bowler saw that, and sharpness and alertness of Masindi players is top notch and completes a man card. appeals for out, and the man card it is. And with the fall of that wicket brings Atwine Dorian. First man card we've seen in this tournament. The batter there out guilty, but unhappy that the umpire gave her out. Perhaps it wasn't in the spirit of the game. That's up for debate, because why are you backing up that far? She was about 2 meters clear of the return crease, and the bowler completed that man card. Goodheart in all sorts of trouble with a score at 23, half of the side back into the dugout. Good delivery there from Chomugisa Priska. That's played into the gap and it's racing away to the boundary. 4 runs off the blade of Ndivyali the Immaculate. Very funny scenes here. The fielders from Masindi SS already shouting for before the ball even crossed the boundary. At this point, I think they should respect the game of cricket. After the power play, you can have as many as 4 fielders outside the ring, but they're opting against that. And the bowler is tossing the ball up. Most of them are just there in the close. Chance for a catch, skied, falls between the fielders. No one called for the ball, and just falls between them. Comedy scenes here at Blue High School. Wide ball there, bowled by Nisima Priska. Like I said, there seems Masindi is short of bowlers. Nisima Priska consistently giving extras, but captain hasn't taken her out of the attack. Perhaps she's been given a chance to gain some experience, as they know this result is surely in their hands, theirs to lose. That's tossed up and the batter unable to get it away. Sweeps it to mid-wicket. And the fielder ably collects it for no run. Another tossed up delivery, pushed to long on. Chance for a run out. Batters make their ground. Big swing there and the top edge for Immaculate. Interesting running between wickets there by Immaculate. Instead of running and using the bar to complete the run and check whether her partner can complete a second. She just runs through as if running for her life. Chance there goes begging and they complete a single. Another tossed up delivery, swing and miss to complete the 11th over. 30 for 5 is the score for Goodheart. Goodheart today getting some runs. Reaching their highest total so far in the tournament, 30 runs. Impressive stuff there. Shows you the improvement, gaining experience by the day. The other day bowled out for 14 odd. Today reaching 30 in their chest for 96. Shows you that the team is learning, gaining experience in this tournament, which is a good thing to see. Dot ball there from Gisa Priska. Batter sweeps that down to mid wicket for a single. Balled in the right channel. Batter unaware, unsure of what to do, whether to leave or play. Another dot ball there for Masindi. Good bowling by Nisi Chomo Gisa Priska. Bowls a dot ball to complete the 12th. 31 for 5 is the score. Ladies and gentlemen, more action coming to you in the Skyview Girls Schools Cricket Week. There is a change in bowling from the school end. Chosaba Safina comes into the attack, darting them quickly, and that beats everything. Races down, but is saved. Good throw from the boundary. 2 byes to the total. Action coming your way in the afternoon. Guru High School taking on Olila High School. Clash of the Giants here at Guru High. Shall be there to witness the action and bring it to you live on the Uganda Cricket Association YouTube page. This is the Skyview Girls Schools Cricket Week 2025, hosted by Gulu High School in this beautiful city of Gulu in the northern hub of Uganda cricket, being hosted by the Hub Development Officer Grace Mutiagaba. Swing and miss there, good bowling by Safina. Not an easy bowler to hit. Asking her fielders to keep alert. That one goes down the line, and wide is the call by umpire Joseph Vyaruhanga. Looking at the proceedings in other games, St. John's surely beaten and well beaten by Olida High School. St. John's 20 for 9 in response to Olida's 130 for 5. Jinja Senior Secondary playing Mountain Renzori. Mountain Renzori on 58 for 6 in response to Jinja's 126. And here at Guru High School, Goodheart Secondary reaching their highest score in the tournament, 35 for 5 in response to Masindi's 96 for 9. Change of bowler from the church end, Abicha Gloria into the attack. Starts off with a wide. Like to welcome back my partner Ivan Sajabi from that short break.
I'm happy to be back. Masindi Secondary School, a very, very disciplined bowling side, doing a lot of good work here. Only 34 runs on board there for Goodheart Secondary School. Masindi doing a lot of good work, trying to make sure that they make it 2 wickets, I mean 2 victories in a row. But again, if it's been a good game of cricket here happening, a lot of talent has been seen. Masindi also showing the good heart of generosity, giving away 23 extras out of the 37 runs on board. Very, very costly there for the side. There's some of the things they need to be working around to try and fix.
Yes, Ivan. Spinners guilty of throwing away the game. They can lose you a game. Chance for a catch there, not taken. Chance for a run out, not completed. Scenes of comedy here. Was unedged to sleep, fielder unable to collect that, and still fails to hand in on time for the keeper to complete the run out. Still talking about the extras, Ivan. I feel like Masindi lacks depth in their bowling squad. Besides the two opening bowlers, fast bowlers, spinners not impressive at all, giving as many extras as they can, pushing Goodheart to this big total. They've reached 3/4 of the runs scored by Goodheart extras from the spinners.
Goodheart Secondary School qualifying for the nation through the Nile region alongside St. James, Ginger SS, and Igang SS. Masindi qualified through the northern region alongside Gulu High School and Sacred Heart. Sacred Heart made their debut to the Nationals last year and they managed to play up to the semi-finals. Good work there, good cricket on display. Sharon Mafuna, the new batter, finds his side in need of 58 runs from 36 balls. It's that one straight to the bowler. Good work to stop it. A dot ball in the end there for Masindi. That one just straight to the stumps. Through her gates. And the wicket there for Masindi Secondary School. They pick up their 7th wicket. And at this moment, the wickets are falling very, very quickly. Fine bowling there from Masindi Secondary School, just dropping it to the stumps through the gates, and they have a wicket there. Good work there being done. Wickets falling one after another. Sarah Mudondo is the new batter who's just walked in for Goodheart Secondary School. Fielders, they are taking their time to try and make sure that they fix their gears. 39 for 7 after 14.2 overs is the score. The only batter who tried to distance herself from other batters was immaculate. Individually, the scoring 8 of 30. Now with the patience, not troubling the scorers anyway, going out on the first ball without putting any runs on board. Ipa Susan 1 of 6, Mwanguzi Bet 1 of 11, Moanse Anshar 3 of 12 of 22, Namwebia Mary 1 of 6, Atuna Doreen 1 of 9. Of Nasharon, the captain for the side, yet to face a delivery with no runs. Modondo Sarah is the new bat who's just walked in. 24 extras gifted by Masindi SS, one of the things that Coach Wusinja Patrick will be looking to correct. But Akuguzwe Charlotte there being impactful, she's fumbled 3 overs and picked up 2 wickets at an economy of 2.
Olira stamping their dominance over St. John's. Now topping the group with 16 points. And wicket time here, 8th wicket for Masindi SS. Masindi there with a chance to go second in Group B on net run rate. If they can wrap up this one quickly, they'll feel like they'll have done themselves a disservice with those extras. Perhaps they didn't have a look at the table anyway before they played this game. Their dominance over St. John's. Now topping the group with 16 points and wicket.
Goodheart Secondary School has already lost 8 wickets. Modondo Sarah going back without even disturbing the scorers anyway. No runs from the 3 balls she has faced. Wickets falling one after another. We are down to the tile. The tail not wagging a bit anyway.
Accrued patience in there for Goodheart. Bowled a good spell, very tidy overs. She bowled and picked up 2 wickets. Let's see what she can do with the bat. A very lazy throw there to the wicket. Might be a telling sign of what's to come.
Still taking her time there before she takes her guard. Great patience. Very, very good with the ball. But not so much from her with the bat. Locks that one. Good shape. And that marks the end of the over. So 39 for 8 is the score after 15 overs. Masindi SS will be looking at getting these 2 wickets very, very quickly to try and make sure that they wrap up the innings. It's that one. There is a chance of a run out there. The running very, very quick between the wickets there. Root chipping in that dive to try and make sure that she helps her team now reach to the 40 runs mark.
Ivan, I told you these Masindi fielders are very good. If Akurut hadn't put in that dive, she would be gone for all money. Very good throw there from the fielder, fine leg, straight to the keeper's chest to complete the run out. Fortunately for Akurut, she put in a diving effort. Masindi taking their sweet time to wrap this one up. It will prove to be costly. Chance for a catch, but drops short of the fielder. An edge there of the bowling of Chomgisa Priska. 2 edges so far to the slip region and none taken.
There's something here. Chomgisha Priska came into this. Very known for his bowling. As I was out of the commentary box, I had a chat with Coach Grace Mutiagaba.
Yes, Ivan, as coaches, we tend to get the best results out of something we similarly did as players. Very impressive there. If Chomgisa Priska is the top bowler thus far in the tournament. Unlucky, missed out on some drop chances. Another wicket balled. Out is the call by umpire Whitney Nasuna. At this point, Masindi require 1 wicket to wrap this up.
Very, very short ball. The last batter for Goodheart will make her way to the crease. Nuru Nulu bowled well, but she'll be needing to work a bit to make sure that she helps her side to maybe go closer. Because now I believe, Jeff, it's all over for Goodheart.
Yes, Ivan. All over for Goodheart with 1 wicket remaining and over 50 runs required to win this one. Surely. Kicks of a dying horse.
This is the time where we just bowl it to the stumps to make sure that you wrap up the innings. Priska there, being wickets on Hatali. Good bowler there she is. Priska there comes in. Oh, nice shape. They want to run, but the great awareness by these fielders of Masindi Secondary School doesn't let them go away with the run. Dropping ahead on this occasion, and she gives out a wide Priska Chomgisa. Very quick there outside off stump, and that will mark the end of the over. Josava Safina coming back to bowl for Masindi Secondary School. Masindi just needs 1 wicket to wrap up the innings. Josava Safina will be coming in to bowl from the side of the school. That is missed by everyone, and that is called adjudged wide by the umpire. Let's go for the drive, but misses it completely. The body language of Masindi Secondary School has dropped down, Jeff. Not a very good sign. If the opposition had had a good start, maybe the results could have been different. Tries to play it backwards of the square. There is chance for a run out. The throw not going to the right end. But if that's not gone to the bowler's end, by now the story would be different.
Ivan, that would have had to be a direct hit because the bowler was also stuck at the keeper's end and fielders having a lapse in concentration. No one there at the bowler's end to collect a throw from the fielder. Masindi taking their sweet time to complete this victory.
The batter taking Haggard very quickly, not wasting any time anyway. A bit fall to the pads, but the umpire says that is not out. Muted appeals there. They weren't so loud. The appeal lacked conviction. But some good comeback there from Safina. Blocks it down the ground. Looks like the batters are now on a target of playing out all the 20 overs. Because the score was in the reach, but yet too far. And the dot ball ends the over.
Three more overs left in the game. Surely the batter is looking at playing this one out more for experience rather than playing for a win, as surely this is out of their hands. Still require 53 in 18 balls. That's far-fetched. So target should be playing out the overs, get some batting time, be out there in the middle.
ebifaananyi byensindikirwa ebifaananyi byaffe niko nebiriwo bya kamera wa tebabimpeereza babiweereza bali balala nsaayi just hit that one down to the ground. The batter is taking that very, very quickly. Not great signs there. You need to take your time, but you need to be ready. I hit that one, and that one will get some bit of an edge towards deep of point. They're running. There is chance for a run out, but the throw lacked a bit of energy, and they managed to pick up the second run. Bit of a bottom edge from the bat down to third man, and they get another single. The tail trying to work a bit here for Goodheart Secondary School.
Yes, Ivan, they played themselves in. Now runs are flowing freely. This fielder who has been at sleep, guilty of standing tall like a tree. So far, put down 2 catches. I think it's too late for the captain. Just realize that a fielder won't manage duties at sleep. Change in field and she's sent to gully. I think it's a little bit too late. Having put down 2 chances, failed to stop that single.
End of the over. We are down to the last 2 overs of the game. Masindi Secondary School still putting in the hard yards, try and make sure that they wrap up this one. All the other games at the other grounds have all ended. Kenya Secondary School has beaten Mount Rwenzori by 62 runs. Masaka SS has beaten Nyakasula by 57 runs. Olida has beaten St. John's Secondary School by 110 runs. St. John's Secondary School, they are being bowled out for only 20 runs in 12.5 overs. Their innings didn't quite get going, and only Naulimesha Diaglingish managed to fight for her side, putting on only 6 runs of 31. Leda High School, 2 sixes in their innings, one from Ilra Joan, who scored 12:45. And Immaculate also scored a 6 of Erin Mtonyi's bowling. She scored 29 of 20. Good cricket on the display there. Goes to block, but misses it completely.
Coach says, I've had enough. Instructs the opening bowler Akukizibwe Charlotte get back into the attack from the school end, trying to wrap this up quickly. Appeals for LB, umpire says that's going down leg. Masindi giving Goodheart a breather in this chase. Fielders seem to be of the game. Just waiting for the bowlers to pick up that last wicket before lunch.
Quick look at the afternoon fixtures. Masaka Secondary School will play Igangesis at Laibi College Ground 1. Mountain Resort Secondary School will play St. James at Laibi 2. Sacred Hearts will face off against Gayaza High School at Gulu Primary. Ndeje Secondary School will take on latest at Gulu Prison Ground. And at this very ground, the hosts, Gulu High, will be in action against Olila High School. Chance for a catch. Shidei Swadan takes that catch. That is a wrap up there. That will mark the end of looked close, but a confirmation from the umpire that it wasn't a fair catch and the innings will have to continue. Looked like it was a wrap up. 47. That will wrap up the innings. Masindi Secondary School picks up a 49 runs against Goodheart Secondary School. Masindi SS won the toss and elected to bat first, and they scored a total of 96 for 9 in 20 overs. Solid contributions from Ayo Mary, 11 of 13, Nisima Peace, 14 of 18, Chesawa Safina, 12 of 12, and the extras playing a vital role. Masindi powering themselves 96 for 9. Atuna Doreen bowling very well there for Goodheart, picking up 3 wickets with great support from recruit Patience. In response, Goodheart Secondary School has managed 47 all out in 19 overs. Immaculate individually being the only player to look different from the others, putting 8 of 30. 27 extras gifted away by Masindi, but 3 wickets from Akugiziwe Charlotte, who bowled 4 overs and conceded only 6 runs. 2 wickets from Chosava Shafina. They are picking up 2 wickets in her 3 over spell. 1 wicket each for Nyango Mamariam, Ninsima Peace, and Chomgisha Peace. And Chomgisha Priska, the leading wicket taker in the tournament with 10 wickets. Ladies and gentlemen, the match has come to an end and we will be back in the afternoon as Gulu High School takes on Olida High School at this very ground. My name is Evan Cyprian and I've not been here alone. I had Jeff Mwesugwa Kasozi here to take you through the commentary. Bye for now and we'll catch up in the afternoon.